Have you ever been in a season where God clearly called you, set you apart, put his hand on your life, and you still found yourself making decisions that didn't match the calling? Anyways, welcome to Trap Bible Stories. So I'm reading my Bible, right? And in Judges 13-16, God snapped when Samson was out here with a city girl. But let me rewind, because wasn't he a soldier for the Lord? But y'all, Samson's story didn't start with Delilah. Nah, it starts with his parents. Y'all, his parents couldn't have no kids, but one day, an angel just popped up on his mama like, "Hey, God about to give you a son." Pause. Don't this sound familiar? Anyways, he was like, "This ain't just any baby. God will set him apart from the womb and he will deliver Israel." So y'all, he starts giving her rules. He was like, first of all, no wine, no strong alcohol, no Tito's and Casamigos. Don't touch anything unclean and don't ever cut his hair. Y'all, his mama was like, "Don't cut his hair." The angel was like, "You heard me." So y'all, she ran and told her husband. She was like, "Babe, a man of God just appeared to me. We about to have a baby." The husband was like, "Hold on, what?" So y'all, she repeats what the angel said. And guess what the husband did, y'all? I ain't saying he didn't believe her, but he prayed and was like, "Hey God, if this is real, can you send somebody so I can hear it too?" So y'all, God had the angel pull up again. And the angel was like, "What's good?" The husband was like, "Is it true? Are we gonna have a baby? And what do we need to do?" And basically the angel repeats himself. He was like, "Yes, and everything I told your wife to do, do that." And y'all, the next thing you know, Samson is born, and he was different. But here's the part people skip, because people knew he was strong. But strength without discipline can still make you weak. Anyways, so y'all, one day he sees a Philistine woman, and even though she was from his ops family, he was like, "I want her." Pause. His parents were like, "Wait, you trying to get with an enemy? Ain't no women in Israel you can marry. We raised you better than that. God told us to stay away from them." But y'all, Samson was like, "I like her. She fine for the 99 BC. Go make marriage arrangements." So Samson and his parents go back to the city of Timnah where he saw her, so they can try to have the marriage arranged. Y'all, so they start walking back, but on their way there, Samson walked off by himself, just taking on the sights. And the next thing you know, a lion jumped out of nowhere. Roar! Y'all, Samson was like, "Who you roaring at?" That's when the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he tore the lion apart with his bare hands and left the body on the side of the road. And y'all, he caught up with his parents like nothing happened. So on the first trip, when they get there, Samson goes to talk to the woman, and he's like, "I like you. You want to get married?" And y'all, she's like, "Yeah, but y'all gotta ask my parents." So Samson's parents and her parents talk, because marriage back then was in stages. So then they go back home. And after a little while, they go and visit a second time, this time his parents. And her parents figure out how to arrange the marriage, because you had to pay to marry a person's daughter. So Samson's parents discussed what they'd pay, and everything was good. And so they head back home. On the way back, Samson walks away from his parents again to go look at the lion he killed on the first trip. When he found the lion, he saw that bees had created a honeycomb inside of its body. So y'all know what Samson did. Y'all, he grabbed honey from the hive and ate it, and then brought some back and gave it to his parents like he picked it up from Costco. Anyways, so y'all, they go home and they start planning for the wedding and go back a third time. This time, the 7-day wedding process starts, and Samson throws a feast. 30 Philistine men pulled up to be his groomsmen. That's when Samson decided to be funny and gonna say a riddle. Talking about, "I'm gonna give y'all 7 days to answer my riddle. If you get it right, I'll give you 30 linen outfits and 30 robes, but if y'all get it wrong, y'all owe me the same." That's when he gonna say, "Out of the eater came something to eat. Out of the strong came something sweet." Y'all, nobody could figure it out. Day 1, they were like, "Out of an eater? Bruh, what's that?" Day 2, they were like, "Is it a person, a place?" Day 3, they were like, "Bro, ain't nobody gonna get it. This ain't fair." So you know what they did? Y'all, they confronted his new wife like, "Hey, this what happens when you marry an outsider. He trying to take our money. Girl, if you don't get the answer, we gonna murk you and your daddy." Y'all, so she goes to Samson crying like, "Babe, why you don't love me? Why won't you tell me the answer?" But Samson was like, "Girl, I didn't even tell my parents the answer. I'm not telling you." So the next day, she asked Samson again. She was like, if you hate me, just say it. How you gonna tell my people a riddle, but you won't even tell me the answer? I'm supposed to be your wife. And again, Samson was like, I haven't told nobody the answer. So again, on the 7th day, she pleaded and was crying. She was like, baby, honey, why don't you love me? Please tell me the answer to your riddle. If you love me, you will tell me. And y'all, instead of using discernment, he tells her, he's like, it's a lion, and honey. And guess what his fiance did? Y'all, she runs and tells her people. So on the last day, Samson is like, all right, it's day 7. Who knows the answer to my riddle? Out of the eater came something to eat. Out of the strong came something sweet. And y'all, they play it off, but they solved the riddle. They were like, oh man, this riddle is so hard, but we just gonna guess. Is it what is sweeter than honey? And what is stronger than a lion? And y'all, Samson immediately realized what happened and gonna say, be for real, if y'all hadn't went to my wife, y'all wouldn't have solved the riddle. Samson was hot, so y'all, he went to another city full of Philistines, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon him again, and he killed 30 men, took their clothes, and goes back and pays the bet. But guess what? While Samson was gone, his future daddy-in-law gives her to another man. Pause. This story is as messy as primetime television. So y'all, Samson gets back and is like, hey, where my wife at? But the daddy is like, I gave her away, but you can have her little sister. So Samson snaps. Y'all, he catches 300 foxes, ties their tails together, lights them on fire and sends them through the fields. And the foxes burn all of their crops and food, and the Philistines are mad. So they start asking, who did this? Who is responsible? And someone was like, it was Samson. He was mad his future father-in-law gave his wife away to somebody else. So y'all, they went to the father-in-law's house and burned them both. And y'all, that starts Samson in another rampage. And he just started murking every Philistine he saw. It was a bloodbath. And when he was done, he went into isolation. But that's when Israel, his family, his bloodline, his own people got scared and turns on him. Y'all, they were like, hey, why you causing problems? So y'all, they tie him up and hand him over to the Philistines. But when the enemy comes to capture him, the Spirit of the Lord falls on him. And y'all, he snaps the ropes like a toothpick, then picks up a jawbone of a donkey and kills 1,000 men with it. Y'all, 1,000 by himself. Samson was cutting up. Anyways, after all of that, he still didn't learn. He kept dealing with the wrong women, sleeping with ladies of the night. And after that, he fell in love with this woman named Delilah. And most already know how that went. But pause, because Samson didn't just fall because of Delilah. He had a pattern of ignoring God, chasing lust, talking too much, and compromise. And see, Delilah was just the final test. He kept failing, not the first. Anyways, meanwhile, the Philistine leaders pull up on Delilah like, sis, we'll pay you if you find out where his strength comes from. And instead of being loyal, she was like, pay me! That's all y'all had to say, I'll do it. So y'all, now she in his face like, babe, you so strong. I don't see you at the gym, so where your strength come from though? So Samson gonna say, if I were tied by 7 fresh bowstrings that were never dried, then I'll be like everybody else. So y'all, she waited till he went to sleep and she ties him up and calls the enemies, who wait to see if he was really weak. That's when Delilah gonna say, Samson, your enemies are here! Y'all, that's when he woke up and snapped the rope and gonna say, where? That's when Delilah gonna say, I'm just playing, babe. But y'all, she wasn't just playing. They was really hiding in a room waiting on him. But the second he snapped those ropes, they retreated. So y'all, Delilah tried a second time. She was like, babe, why you always making fun of me? You supposed to be a man of God, but you told me a lie. Where does your strength come from? So y'all, Samson lied again. He was like, if someone ties me with ropes nobody used before, then I'll be weaker than a 2-day-old open canned soda. So y'all, she waited again till he went to sleep, and she ties him up with new rope and she calls the enemies. That's when Delilah gonna say again, Samson, your enemies are here! And just like before, Samson breaks free. So Delilah tries a third time. She was like, babe, why do you hate me? All you do is make fun of me. What makes you weak? Why won't you tell me? So Samson was like, you really want to know? She was like, yes. So Samson gonna say, braid my hair. If you put my hair in 7 braids, then pin it and I'll be weak. So y'all, just like last time, she waited again till he went to sleep, and she braids and pins his hair and calls the enemies. That's when Delilah gonna say again, Samson, your enemies are here! Y'all, at this point I'm like, sir, you don't see the pattern. But Charlie wakes up and pulls his hair loose, and he's like, if they in here, they about to see their ancestors. But y'all, that's when she hits him with tears. She was like, you don't love me. You keep lying to me, and you keep making fun of me. If this is love, I don't want it. And y'all, instead of seeing the pattern, he folds. What she said made him sad. And because he loved her, he tells her, he's like, all right, it's my hair, God said, don't cut it, so if it's cut, I'll lose all my strength. And then he falls asleep on her lap. And like normal, she signals the Philistines who were waiting and tells them to cut his hair all off. And she starts pushing him, and nothing. So she yells, babe, the Philistines are here. And y'all, Samson woke up talking about, babe, that's light work. I'll murk them like I always do. But y'all, he didn't realize the Spirit of the Lord had left him. And that's when the Philistines jumped him. And he tried to fight back, but Samson was too weak. Y'all, they captured him, chained him, and took out his eyes. The man who couldn't be stopped was now blind, bound with bronze chains and thrown in jail, where he worked and worked, grinding grain in prison. But y'all, Samson's hair started growing back. See, time had started to pass, and his enemies thought just because he was weak in one season that God couldn't restore him in the next. And one day, they got arrogant. They brought him out to entertain themselves and mock him and God. They were like, our God defeated Samson. People were laughing. People were calling him weak. People were mocking him. But that's when Samson asked a young boy to guide him, to put him in between 2 pillars holding everything up. That's when Samson finally does what he should have been doing. He prays. He's like, God, remember me just one more time. Give me your strength. And y'all, the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he pushes, and the crowd pauses. He pushes, and the pillars start to move. He pushes again, and just like that, the whole place came tumbling down. And y'all, he died. But he took thousands of enemies with him, killing more people in his death than he killed in his life. Moral number 1, you can have a calling and lose it due to lack of discipline. Because Samson didn't lose external battles, he lost internal battles tied to his eye and his flesh. Moral number 2, patterns don't lie. If you keep making the same type of decisions with the same type of people, don't be surprised when you lose your promise given to you at birth. Moral number 3, don't be a man that ignores God because of feelings. Lust isn't worth your covenant. And dear Delilah, stop manipulating men out of their purpose. Now go read it for yourself. I want to know what you learned. Judges 13 through 16. This is Trap Bible Stories with Tam Watts. Want to take Trap Bible Stories home? Go deeper with the Trap Bible Stories. Volume 1 and Volume 2 book available on Amazon. Get the audio experience at trapbiblestories.supercast.com. Like, share, and follow for more.
We learned the scripture, mama, we made it. Been reading the Bible, Genesis to Revelations. These Bible stories painting the glory. God get the glory from every story.